Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to our webinar. It's an ILGive community kickoff today with our good friends at ShoppingGives. We're really excited to share this bonus opportunity with everyone. My name is Kathleen Murphy. I am both the Director of Communications at Forefront and the co-lead for ILGive and ILGive Community. If you're not familiar with Forefront, we are the only statewide association in the U.S. that represents both grant makers as well as nonprofits. We also represent advisors, allies to the sector, social impact organizations in general. We're kind of the hub for social good here in Illinois. Our mission is to build a vibrant social impact sector for all the people of Illinois, and we do this by providing education, advocacy, research, and by mobilizing our members around campaigns that advance the sector, such as ILGive. We're excited to have you all with us today. Before we dive into today's content, I'd just like to share a couple of housekeeping notes. Everyone's lines are going to be muted to keep the background noise to a minimum. We do welcome your questions, though. You can either use the chat box. Mine is located toward the bottom of my screen. You can type any questions that you have in there, and we'll address them at the end of the presentation. I'll also have a Q&A at the end. We'll unmute folks if they have a question. We are recording this webinar, and we'll share that link out with you afterward in case you'd like to review the presentation. We're really excited to be partnering with ShoppingGives. They're going to help you all fundraise through your supporters' everyday shopping, and I'm really excited to share this opportunity. With that, I'm going to introduce Jen from ShoppingGives, who's going to take it from here.
Great. Thank you so much, Kathleen. As she said, my name's Jen. I am with ShoppingGives, and we've had quite a few folks register ahead of time to join with creating a ShoppingGives fundraiser for ILGive Community Kickoff. So if you've already signed up, great. We're going to be reaching out to you very shortly after this. And this is to really help you learn how to use your fundraiser and move from there. If you haven't signed up yet and you like what you see today, you'll have my email address. You can reach out and we can absolutely get you involved. So we're going to be talking to folks who've already signed up, but again, it's not too late at all if you'd like to. So again, thank you, Kathleen. And my role here with ShoppingGives is I'm the Director of Community Engagement. So I work one-on-one with all of the nonprofits and all of the people fundraising with us to help them with their success, with fundraising tips and tricks, with all of the marketing materials that we give you. So I'm really going to be here to help you from start to finish and even beyond ILGive Community. And what we're going to be talking about a little bit today is a little rundown of exactly what ShoppingGives is, how our fundraisers work and some of the features we have, how to really help your supporters as they're supporting you through your fundraiser, and then what some of the next steps are going to be to really make the most of your fundraiser and get you up and running ahead of May 3rd. So at ShoppingGives, our mission is to create impact on every purchase. Our goal is to help you, especially around ILGive Community, give your supporters another way to give back, allowing your organization to raise more money and for your supporters to increase the impact they can make. They maybe have a certain amount of money set aside that they're looking to donate. They can also be giving even more back through the shopping that they're going to be doing already. How this works is your supporters visit your fundraiser. They're able to search for particular items. Maybe there's a certain store they like to shop at, Best Buy, Petco. Maybe they're just looking to save money on a gift that they've got coming up. Mother's Day being just around the corner, as well as wedding season, graduation gifts, Father's Day, summer shopping. People are shopping online all the time. So whatever they're looking for, they can find it. And then every time they go and complete that purchase, which is actually directly from that store, so the same place they would have been shopping anyways, it creates a cashback donation that goes directly to your fundraiser. Here's an example. The Holiday Heroes here in Chicago is a fundraiser that we work with. And everything on here you're going to see is customizable. So they create their own name, their headline that tells a little bit about what they're doing. They've actually been able to add a video here. And then their supporters can either choose to direct donate or to shop and give back. Shopping and giving is in our name, is our bread and butter. Everything else in terms of that direct donation is extra and optional. So it's not something you have to do through us. So a little breakdown of how these things work. The cashback donation side, again, is no cost to either the fundraiser or the supporters. They're spending the exact same amount of money that they would. Ideally, they're using one of the coupons and everything we have to save them even a little bit of money. Up to 40% of the purchase total becomes that cashback donation that goes directly to the fundraiser. And for each cashback donation, 80% goes back. And that happens typically in posts within about 48 hours. Direct donation, again, being completely optional. The default is for it to be off unless you choose to set it up. The fees involved there are 3.2% plus 30 cents per transaction for verified nonprofits. That is through our partner Stripe, so that's something we've negotiated for nonprofits to get a little bit of a lower rate. And if you turn this on, donors have the choice to cover that transaction fee. Again, completely optional, really the shopping being the main part here. Beyond just the shopping and giving though, we have quite a few features built in for the folks that are using this as a fundraising tool. The first and foremost being over 750 stores. We're going to take a look at those a little bit more in depth, but ranging anywhere from, clothing to department stores, things for your pets. We have a whole toolkit that I mentioned earlier too that you're going to get to see to really help you make the most out of your fundraiser. That's going to come with things like a social media marketing guide, some graphics. We're going to take a look at the emails that we can send out to help you make the most of your network. And then the fundraiser offers some analytics to help you see how much you're raising, take a look at who's involved, who's giving the most, and how you can really capitalize on that to really help your supporters give as much as they can. So here's just a handful of selection of some of our most popular stores. Again, they're giving anywhere from 1% up to 40% back. We actually even have a few that give up to 65% back. The average overall being about 7%. So at any given one of these, Home Depot and Petco are giving up to about 8% back. Target gives 1% back as being, it's a really big store. We all know it's easy to spend a lot of money there quickly. And then even getting into, sports, which is really popular in the spring with Adidas, with Under Armour. And we even have stores like Jet where you can order online through Jet and they're affiliated with Walmart and go pick up in store at Walmart. So there's almost nothing you can't get online, whether it's you or your supporters. And again, to help you share that message with them, we give you a wide variety of tools. So a sample of our social media marketing guide. We've got some great one-sheeters that you can share with folks to help them say, hey, how do I use this and how can I be giving back? As well as some graphics for whether it's your website, to drop into a newsletter you're sending out, to put into an email, whole variety of things to help you let folks know that you're fundraising through ShoppingGives. And about twice a month, we send out emails to every team member that you've got invited. And we'll get to that in just a moment about how to do that. But just some examples here of some great deals that were really popular in the new year, folks who are shopping for Valentine's, some spring items. And what's neat is with these emails, folks can shop directly from the email. I really want to grab some of these chocolates. I click, it takes me directly to the Fannie Mae website. I shop as normal and money immediately goes back to the fundraiser I'm supporting. Wanted to show you a little bit of what our analytics look like once you're in and up and running. Folks are on doing the shopping and you'll be able to track not only how much you're raising and when, but you can also see who your top team members are and your top supporters. We'll dive a little bit deeper into supporters, but they always have the option to shop anonymously. If they did want to create an account and log in to track how much they're giving, this is where you would see their name show up. Every team member you invite will also have their own unique URL. So if you did want to gamify it, it's fun to challenge people a little bit and see how much they're able to give back, as well as just, seeing how much they're able to get their network involved and be donating. I mentioned earlier that everybody who's already signed up will be getting an invite shortly to their own fundraiser. We're going to go ahead and create them all for you. Once you're in, this is an example of what it looks like to be editing your fundraiser. Almost everything you see is completely customizable. So whether you are on the edit basic info section and you're updating your name, you're choosing some dates, or you're diving in and updating your story, you're updating your headline, you can add in your photo or your videos. Usually suggest here to tell a little bit more about your fundraiser and maybe the funds you're raising and where that money's going to. Helps people even feel a little bit more bought in and know exactly what they're contributing to. And I've mentioned a few times here, setting up that financial side of things. Right through here is where you would update and set up direct donations if you choose to. And right below that in this yellow circle is where you're going to upload your 501c3 certificate. Again, I'll be in touch to help everybody with this, but this will get you marked as a verified nonprofit. And then right through this page as well is where you will put in your information on where you would like your check to go at the end of the fundraiser. So anything direct donation goes directly into whatever bank account you set up. Any money from cashback donations from shopping, you can put in what payment information you'd like and where you would like that check to be sent to. Next step down after you get your financial set up is to invite your team members. And a lot of folks say, who do we want to have involved? Who would be a team member that we're having join the fundraiser? These are going to be your employees, board members. If you do have top supporters, anybody that you want to feel a little more connected to the fundraiser to really get them to share it with their own network as well. The more people you have involved, the more people who are sharing the fundraiser with their network, the more successful it's going to be for you. And again, you do this right through your fundraising editor. You can invite people individually and give them access to edit the campaign as a campaign administrator, or just invite them as a team member where they can see how much people are fundraising. You can also do a bulk upload right through here. So if you've got a mailing list you want to get added, you can just upload it right there and it'll automatically add those folks to your team. And last but not least, I said everything was customizable. You can actually set your URL for your fundraiser to be whatever you'd like it to be. And then you can also get in and add your social media accounts, a link to your nonprofit website, anything you want to add to really help your supporters get to know you the most and have easy links right from your fundraiser to there. When you're all done and you're happy with everything, it's time to share it. So we have a share function built right in to post it on Facebook, share it on LinkedIn. You can email it to people. And here's an example right in the middle. Again, this is the Holiday Heroes URL that ends in my name. So when I'm sharing it, I'm able to say, hey, I know my greater network was able to contribute this much. So you've shared your fundraiser. I want to give you a little overview on what your supporters, again, are going to see and how they can be specifically shopping. So from your fundraiser link, they'll click that Shop and Give Back button. And again, it's going to take them right to your shopping template. We're going to be updating this very soon with a lot of Mother's Day deals as well, so stay tuned there. So if they're not looking to shop for a specific timely thing like Mother's Day, they can also click in the upper left corner and choose all stores, sort by coupons and deals. And here's what they might see if they choose all stores, for example. I want to see what my options are. And in this case, maybe I'm interested most in Old Navy. I want to get some new, running gear now that it's finally warmer weather here in Illinois. So I click on Old Navy, and not only can I say, great, it's going to give 4% back to my cause, I can see what the current coupons are there. My fiance's in need of some new clothes, so I'm probably going to take a look at I can save 60% on men's tees, as well as be giving back. This is a win-win for me. As soon as I click that, I'm going to see this pop-up screen that says, hey, you're being sent to Old Navy, you're going to be using this coupon, and you're going to be giving 4% back to this fundraiser. So I'm going to finish shopping right from Old Navy, and I know that as soon as I'm done, typically within 48 hours, I'm going to see my fundraiser see that cashback donation. And again, I mentioned earlier too that your supporters can shop anonymously or they can create an account. Regardless of what they do, we are never going to be sharing anything about what they bought. All anybody would see is they spent this much money and this was the cashback donation that came along with it. If they did choose to create an account, this might be what they would see when they log in, where they can say, hey, I made this purchase and I gave $9 back at the beginning of March. I gave $4.50 back mid-February when I was getting some things from Home Depot, and that supported the Nora project. So it's always fun to see your impact, and your supporters are going to have that option as well. And at the end of the day, throughout this entire thing, we are here to help you. Again, as your account manager of sorts, I'm going to be working with you throughout the fundraiser. Whether you have any questions about getting things set up, we can help you even create some custom content in terms of an email that you maybe want to send, or if there's a certain deal you would love to be able to share with your team. You can always email me at jen@shoppinggives.com, or you can actually jump right up my calendar and schedule a call with me. Anybody, whether it's a team member, one of your supporters, can also always reach us at hello@ShoppingGives, or I'm actually going to click back here. You'll notice maybe in the lower right-hand corner of the screen, you'll see that chat with us box. anybody, anytime can chat with a member of our team. We're a pretty small team here in Chicago, so very well maybe me at the end of that chat box. But if they have any questions, they want help finding a coupon, or they want to know if there's a certain store that they're really interested in that we honestly might even be able to add. So we're here to help start to finish to help you get the most out of your fundraiser. And with that, I would love to talk about our next steps. So if you're already signed up, great. Pretty shortly, you're going to be getting an email to join your fundraiser. Go in, edit, rewatch this if you need to, or reach out to me to really get the most and customize your fundraiser. Add your 501c3 information. Invite your team, start sharing, and go from there. I know ILGive Community Day is on May 3rd, but the sooner you get folks up and running and get them involved in giving back, the more successful your fundraiser is going to be, so they're familiar with it. And maybe they say, hey, I'm going to wait and shop and buy that item on ILGive Community Day. But getting people habited to it, acclimated to it a little bit in advance is going to really get you the most out of that day as well. So those are some easy next steps, hopefully, for you to get up and running. Again, I'm here to help. And with that, I'd love to bring Kathleen back in and see if there's any questions that have popped up.
Thanks, Jen. I appreciate that. If anybody has any questions, if you could please hit the raise your hand button and I'll unmute you and you can go ahead and ask that question. Alternatively, you can type it into the Q&A box or the chat box down at the bottom of your screen.
Yeah, and while folks are checking any questions they might have, if you have some pop up or maybe it's a longer question that you don't want to dive into right this second, you can always email me directly as well. I'll be available the rest of the day too.
Thanks for offering that, Jen. I don't think anybody has any questions. Thanks a lot, everybody, for joining today. We hope that if you are not yet signed up for ILGive Community, you will do so by the end of the day today. Today's the deadline. If you have any questions about either ILGive Community, our Giving Tuesday campaign, or ShoppingGives, you can reach out to us at any time. Jen shared her email address. My email address is kmurphy@myforefront.org, kmurphy@myforefront.org. You can find me on Twitter to ask me questions. You can find me via carrier pigeon. You can use on ILGive.com. There's a little blue chat box down in the bottom of the corner that goes right to me too. So you have plenty of opportunities to find us. Thanks again for joining us today and happy fundraising. Bye, everybody.
Thank you. Bye.